Greetings to you, esoteric, a chosen race in the face of the world. The people who are in my scrolling, who share the same hashtag with me, those who interact with my social media feeding. Today, I would like to give an introduction of who am I. So many of us may know each other through nicknames, social media names that we use, usernames that are actually on our IDs on social media. But today, I opt to share with you the full identity of Rukombo. I was born Zvanai Favour Rukombo in Masvingo at Favour Hospital. I grew in Buhera and sometimes in town that I may not mention now. I did not begin philanthropic work and writing in 2020, where I started writing The Jungle That Has No Thorns. The idea grew in me when I was still in high school. I do have my peers, those whom I have gone to school with, who motivated me to start this art of writing. It all began with our reflection of old philosophers whom we used to read in our studies. I was inspired highly by Socrates, the teacher or mentor to Aristotle and Plato, and I was interested in reading the Socratic dialogue, the so-called interlocution, the conversation of the funded men, of well-educated men of wisdom. How do they communicate? How do they live a decent life? Those were the pushes that forced me to be an author. I have opted to share this simply because I have a book that is pending, that awaits launching. It may give 3 or 4 months, but I'm very sure before we close this year, the book should be launched and released to our audience, to our readers across Jordan, the manna stops. For those who may actually see this video for the first time and come across this face for the first time, I'm now opting to share this content on YouTube, as I used to do that. My content were found on Facebook at Say Favour Rukombo and on Instagram at Favour Rukombo, and on my Facebook personal account at Favour Rukombo, and TikTok as well. I now think of putting that content on YouTube at Favour Rukombo Need New Information Depot, where I am going to put each and every video that I create with my phone and camera there. What is this book all about? Before we even introduce a new book, do we really know what is this book all about? The Jungle That Has No Thorns. What does it simply contain? What is this subject about? The Jungle That Has No Thorns. Of course, we have some who have read the book, who have bought the book and have gone through it and read each and every information that this book constitutes. But the Jungle That Has No Thorns, Wikiman said, is the tenet that our minds are capable, but how we associate ourselves with others can incapacitate it to attain our desirable goals. Therefore, Favour Rukombo has clarified that due to our weakness in terms of thinking, we all fall victims of circumstances. It is the quality of great teachers to simplify complex subjects and make them understandable to everyone. Thus, for an enlightened master, the subject is all of life and everything that falls within its purview. The jungle that has no thorns constitute 4 chapters. 4 chapters. Let me show you. This is the fourth chapter. I don't know how can I make it that you can read it. That is the jungle that is mentioned. So the introduction paves way for the readers to get to know the reality of life and the games of it. Chapter 1, your mind is your predicament. This means you are the one who decides to be good or bad, to be sad or happy, due to the way in which you choose to interpret all circumstances that come your way. Chapter 2 is autonomy, which means self-governance. One should be able to stand independently. Once you master on that, you'll be joyful. That is the epitome of chapter 2 of the jungle that has no thorns. Chapter 3, the portent of the thorn forest. This marks the beginning of the book where the author is providing solution to the problems that are mentioned in chapter 1 and chapter 2. Why are people not able to be independent? Why are they lacking autonomy? There are some things that we said, if then you master on that particular aspect of life, you can cruise better in life. That is our chapter 3. Chapter 4, the afforestation of the prickly and thorn forest. The mind is now strong and it has to find a way forward, watering the garden, the jungle, the mind, to keep the thorn sharp, ideas cool and fresh through discipline, because we are students of life, we live to life. That is the jungle that has no thorns for you. So in this book, touches nearly almost every aspect of life, relationships, and dealing with aspects such as letting go and holding on. We actually talked of introspection, understanding one's patterns. In the jungle that has no thorns, there are areas where we have talked of resilience, love, forgiveness, autonomy, discipline, entertainment, and entrepreneurship. So with an addition of humor, depth, and simplicity, the author brought to fruition some essence of these existential complexes. So Rukombo's simple, reassuring words can immediately put your mind at ease if you can read this book and caress your soul. They are laden with the wisdom that does not remain only in the intellect, but it is beautifully integrated into your daily life. So you can make use of the notes that are conspirated or written in the jungle that is not thorns, and put it into practice and see your life flourishing. So as for thousands of people who have experienced some hardships, adversities, and hurdles in life, that whichever note they opened this book, I'm assuring you, it is just what they needed. Each chapter is an expression of profound love for those who want to learn and no life. The Sincere Seeker, The Weak Mindset by Rukombo. So in the following book, we are going to deal with the transition of life, moving from one land to another land, across the River Jordan, manna stops. It's a book that awaits, that is coming your way. If you can honestly wait with your heart open and your mind open to learning and teaching also, we can learn a lot. I thank you guys for supporting me, for coming to me, for telling me the A, B, C, D concept of life, for giving amelioration to every correction, to every problem that and mistake and error that I make in my life. I'm really grateful. I have developed an attitude of gratitude. So if you want to add notes on whatsoever kind of things that I do, you can email me at favorsvanai@gmail.com or call me +263 370 5764 or 078 368 5230. You can get in touch on my handles: Facebook at Favour Rukombo, YouTube and Twitter as well at F Rukombo. Kombo na baba.